Hello guys, I hope you're all well. So here I want to help you understand how to derive a formula for a cylinder. So with regards to a cylinder, these are the formula you have, right? Right here, that's the formula for volume, and right here, that's the formula for surface area, right? So I want to show you step by step how to derive those formulas in case in an exam. In fact, in an exam, you won't get a formula sheet. So let's say you forgot those two formulae and you are in an exam and you want to know how to get a formula for the volume and surface area of a cylinder, right? So here we go. Here's my little cylinder there, like that. Oops, let's fix that. Yeah, so here's my cylinder there. So first things first, my cylinder is made up of a circle and above and a circle below there, right? So this circle has a center there. Obviously it has a line that travels by there. We call that line the radius, the line from the center of a circle to the circumference, right? So now for you to be able to find the volume of a cylinder, you need to understand the following. You must take the area of the top part, multiply that with the height, right? The height. Now, in this case, the height of this cylinder, it's this distance like there. What makes the cylinder a 3D shape? This is the height, starting from there up until there. Even if this cylinder was lying down, we would just call it the height, right? So now the area of the top part, what shape is the top part? The top part, we clearly understand that this shape is a circle. What is the area of a circle? It's pi r squared. We said we are multiplying that with what? With the height. So we're going to say multiplied by height. Therefore, the formula for volume is pi r squared times height, this way. And from there you substitute and then you solve for whatever they want you to solve for. But this is how you derive a formula for the volume of a cylinder, right? Now let's get to the surface area. Let me copy this shape here. I think I'll use just the shape. Yeah, let's move down. Boom, right there. So now we want to understand how would we work with the surface area. Now this one is an interesting one, because for you to be able to understand how to derive a formula of a surface area, you first need to know what are we talking about when we say surface area. So whenever we have a cylinder, the cylinder is made up of this part. This part, that's the top part. So the top part is a circle this way, right? And then it's made up of the bottom part. The bottom part is what? It's a circle too, like this, right? And now it's made up of this part now in between here. That part, when we unroll the cylinder, it becomes something that looks like a rectangle this way. It forms what looks like a rectangle, like that, this way, right? So now, for us to work with something like this, whenever we are saying we need the surface area, we need the area of all the components that you see there. I'll need the area of this circle that you see and the area of this circle that you see, and I also need the area of the rectangle that you see there. Three things for you to find the surface area. I need the area of everything. That's what surface area is about. You add all the areas. Now let's start with this one here. This is the radius, right? How would you find the area of a circle? You just say pi r squared. That's the area of a circle, right? Same thing applies to this circle below here. This is the radius. For you to find for me the area, you're just going to say pi r squared. That is the area for this circle, right? And now we are left with this rectangle here. This rectangle, we said this distance here, this distance here, we said we call it what? The height, right? So which means now this distance, this part here, we are going to call that part h. It's the height, right? Also the one on the left side here, this is also the height of this rectangle, right? Perfect. Now, and then we have this point from here. Let me use a different colored pen there so that you see what I'm talking about. We have this point from here moving on up until there. This is the part that we are going to roll around like this so that it forms a cylinder, right? So this part here, it's the one that we are going to roll around together so that it forms a roll like this of a cylinder, right? So this point from here, from this starting point, it rotating up until there, that's the distance from here up until there. Make sense? Now keep it like that. Hold it like that. Now, if what we are talking about now, the distance from this point up until this point, when we roll it together, it forms this distance of a circle. What do we call this distance of a circle? That's the circumference, right? So if from here up until there, that point is the circumference, it means for us to find the distance from here up until there, we have to use the equation of the circumference. The equation of the circumference is what? 2 pi r. That's the equation of a circumference. We all said that's the distance from here up until there, which means also for this side, the distance from this point up until this point, it is 2 pi r, because that's the circumference of this circle there. It's the circumference of this circle. Now, we said the area for this circle, it's pi r squared, and the area for this circle, it's also pi r squared. And now the area of this rectangle, it's going to be what? You multiply all dimensions. You're going to take this side, which is 2 pi r, you multiply it with this side, which is your height. So the area here is 2 pi r multiply by the height. And now you add everything together for you to have your equation of surface area. Therefore, surface area is equals to pi r squared, which is this circle, plus 2 pi r, let's fix that, 2 pi r, right? It's this part, times h, so I'll put an h there, plus the area of this one here, pi r squared, right? And now when I'm looking at this point and this point, these are like terms, I can add them together. So this becomes what? Pi r squared and pi r squared, it becomes 2 pi r squared, plus this part here, 2 pi r h. So I have 2 pi r h right there. So that's the formula. That's how you get the formula of the surface area of a cylinder. That's all that you need to know for grade 9. So in case you forgot to cram the formula for a cylinder, you learn how to derive it. This is how you derive it. Make sure you master it just in case you forgot to cram the formula. Okay, that's it from me today in terms of deriving the surface area of a cylinder. And everything else here, you just substitute. They gave you the radius, you substitute. They gave you the height, you substitute. Whatever you do here, it's just substitution. Then you get the answer. Thank you.